The matron hates the smell of smoke. I found this letter among my grandfather's possessions. He had two older brothers, Chase and Richard. He claims he doesn't know anything about the matron. Granddad was barely a toddler and living in another state when the letter below was written. What follows was penned by Richard as he froze to death in a blizzard. Medical records show that Chase died of a sudden heart attack at almost exactly the same time that Richard was typing his final words. The two were nowhere near each other that night. The letter reads as follows.
December 29, 1960. It's too cold outside to smoke. The wet on my lips freezes before I've even finished my first cigarette. I smoke 2 packs a day, but now it's the dead of winter, and the matron won't let me light up unless I open all the windows first. My big brother taught me about the matron before they took him away to the mental asylum. They took Chase away roughly 3 years ago, in the autumn of 1957. He taught me about the locked door at the end of the hall that no one can open, and how she's inside there whispering things to him. The matron doesn't talk to me at all, so I can only try to remember what Chase taught me about her. She hates when we use bad words. She doesn't like to see us get too drunk. Most of all, though, she hates the smell of smoke. If we can't light our cigarettes outside, like during tonight's blizzard, then we have to open all the windows to let the stale air out. My addiction for nicotine fights against my body's natural instincts. You're freezing to death, my fingertips and toes are telling me. The matron still says nothing to me, but I consider that a good thing. Chase set the rules that keep her satisfied, and if I don't hear anything from the hallway closet, then she must still be happy. I smoke a cigarette and feel the smoke's relief. After a few beats and the scent has faded, I shut all the windows again. I check my face in the mirror and see it's starting to turn blue around my lips and at the very tip of my nose. You'll die if you keep smoking. I manage to distract myself for a few hours without having another cig. By midnight the blizzard has only gotten worse. I open a single window and lean near it to puff the smoke straight outside. I startle and drop my lighter as the hallway door heaves heavily once. It was surely only the wind coming in to rattle through the house. In my mind, I hear Chase's voice. He says, "Be careful not to cut corners with the matron." I open the rest of the windows in my smoking room and have another cigarette. I wait dutifully for the smell to fade, then shut the windows again. An hour later, I feel my breathing become sluggish, and my body shifts between icy numbness and a fever-like heat. I feel an urge to wedge myself behind the couch to help myself feel comfortable again. From my biological studies, I remembered the term terminal burrowing. I realized then that my body was preparing itself to die of hypothermia. "I want one last cigarette," I announced to an empty house, but with my eyes directed keenly towards the closed hallway door. If I open the windows again, I have no chance to survive the night. Matron, if you're there, please forgive me this one transgression. It was no sooner that I lit up that I heard a commotion from the locked hallway closet. First, there was the sound of a woman screaming in rage so furiously that it sounded like an animal's roar. All around me, in a simultaneous cacophony of shattering glass, the matron smashed out every window in the house. Even in signing my death warrant, she never whispered a word to me. I wonder whether Chase heard anything in those last moments. I type at my typewriter as I chain smoke through every bit of tobacco I have left. It's almost too cold to use my hands anymore. I just hope someone finds this and understands what the matron did to me.